Hollywood rolled out the red carpet in dazzling style as the stars gathered at the legendary TCL Chinese Theatre for the world premiere of Paul Thomas Anderson's highly anticipated new film, One Battle After Another. With camera flashes lighting up the night and fans lining the boulevard, this premiere wasn't just a movie debut, it was a full-blown spectacle. From Leonardo DiCaprio's quiet elegance to Teyana Taylor's magnetic presence, the evening was a parade of style, star power, and stories waiting to unfold. The arrivals began with waves of Hollywood royalty stepping out of sleek black cars, met with cheers from fans who had been waiting for hours. Leonardo DiCaprio, the film's leading man, made a subtle yet commanding entrance. At 50, DiCaprio carried himself with a confidence that can only come from decades at the top of the industry. Dressed in a tailored dark suit with his signature effortless style, Leo paused for photos, smiled, and even took time to greet a few lucky admirers before heading inside. Moments later, Teyana Taylor arrived and instantly stole the show. Wearing a shimmering gold-toned gown that reflected every flashbulb, she walked the carpet like a queen. The cameras couldn't get enough, and neither could the crowd. She's not just a co-star, but also the breakout heartbeat of this film, playing a fierce character named Perfidia. The red carpet continued to fill with big names: Regina Hall, glowing in a sleek, modern gown, Sean Penn bringing his trademark cool, and Benicio del Toro, whose understated style always speaks louder than words. Together, the cast brought a rare mix of Hollywood glamour and raw authenticity. What made this night stand out wasn't just the clothes or the glitter, it was the chemistry. Behind the cameras, Leonardo DiCaprio and Teyana Taylor shared laughter, whispered jokes, and warm hugs, showing a bond that's more than professional. The two first became friends years ago at Diana Ross's birthday party, an unlikely meeting that turned into a lasting friendship. In fact, DiCaprio himself lobbied for Taylor to join this film, calling her a lightning rod of a character. On the carpet, that bond was on full display. When asked about working together, Leo simply smiled and said, "She elevates every scene." At the center of it all was Paul Thomas Anderson, the legendary director known for pushing cinematic boundaries. Standing proudly among his cast, Anderson described One Battle After Another as a story about memory, rebellion, and the wars we fight within ourselves. Loosely adapted from Thomas Pynchon's novel Vineland, the film follows DiCaprio's character, Bob, a former revolutionary searching for his missing daughter, as he navigates a world of betrayal, politics, and violence. Anderson's reputation for crafting bold, visionary stories has made this film one of the most anticipated releases of the year. His presence on the carpet drew as many questions as the stars themselves, with fans eager to see how his unique style would shape this gritty thriller. For Leonardo DiCaprio, this night wasn't just another premiere. In a recent interview, he admitted he's slowing down a bit in his career. At 50, he's being more selective, saying there are only certain films he just can't say no to. And this one, clearly, was one of them. On the carpet, Leo looked reflective yet excited. When asked about the project, he explained that working with Paul Thomas Anderson was an opportunity too powerful to pass up. He called the story a reminder of how personal battles are sometimes bigger than any war. It was a rare moment of vulnerability from a man who has spent most of his career letting the work, and not the interviews, speak for him. Of course, this wasn't just the Leo and Teyana show. Regina Hall dazzled on the carpet, bringing her radiant charm and sharp wit to the event. Sean Penn, ever the enigmatic presence, kept things cool and understated, offering just enough smirks for the cameras. And Benicio del Toro added his quiet intensity to the mix, showing why he remains one of Hollywood's most respected actors. But one of the most talked-about arrivals was newcomer Chase Infiniti. This young actor, hand-picked for a pivotal role, walked the carpet with wide-eyed excitement. For Chase, this was a career-making night, standing shoulder to shoulder with legends of the industry. One Battle After Another promises to be more than just a film. It's a cultural event. With its blend of political intrigue, raw action, and emotional storytelling, it captures the chaos of a world where personal and political battles collide. Critics have already noted that the film feels like classic Paul Thomas Anderson, visually stunning, narratively daring, and emotionally complex. And with a cast this strong, expectations couldn't be higher. Inside the theater, as the lights dimmed and the first reel began, the air was electric. But outside, the red carpet told its own story. One of Hollywood's most legendary directors, one of its most iconic stars, and a cast of talent that spans generations, all coming together for a film that dares to challenge audiences. The premiere of One Battle After Another wasn't just another stop on the Hollywood calendar. It was a statement, a reminder that cinema, at its best, is still capable of bringing the world together, one battle at a time. One Battle After Another opens nationwide on September 26, 2025. And judging by the energy of this premiere, the battles on screen will be just as unforgettable as the ones that brought these stars together tonight.